Hi, good day. Welcome to CMS. Today we'll start in CMS the second step, which is the cost estimation, as we completed in the last video all the requirement for the quantity surveying of the project. So let's start now the cost estimation. How CMS will deal with cost estimation? Actually, during our work and our process in quantity surveying, CMS started already his calculations in cost estimation. Actually, as we said before, CMS is using the bottom-top method to calculate all the activity cost estimation and consequently the project cost estimation and budget. So the maximum efforts it's already done in the quantity surveying only, and now we'll do the balance efforts regarding the cost estimation and we'll see how to deal with it now.
Now we'll start the cost estimation process by using CMS. Actually, to start the process of the cost estimation, you have two options. Either you will have only the drawings and the specification, which is received by a consultant or even creating by you if you are a consultant. In this case, you will start the cost estimation from quantity surveying. You have to start all the tasks of the quantity surveying as we explained before to reach for a bill of quantity. Then the cost estimation will start. The other option, you already have a bill of quantity. Commonly, as a contractor, you will receive a bill of quantity from the consultant or from the client. In this case, you need to check these quantities, either it is correct or not. So you have also to go again for the quantity surveying to confirm or to ensure these quantities, or you can insert the bill of quantity directly in CMS. How we'll do this? We'll go directly in this case in cost estimation. So we'll consider now you have a bill of quantity ready, received from the consultant and the client, and just we need to insert this bill of quantity to the CMS to get the cost estimation clearly and rapidly by the software. We'll go for the cost estimation. You will find here the first step, insert bill of quantity. That's in case you have a bill of quantity. If you don't have a bill of quantity and you already complete the task of quantity surveying, which already done before and explained in the previous lectures, so you don't need to go for this insert bill of quantity because the bill of quantity already done by CMS. Now we are talking about the case if you have a ready bill of quantity and you didn't go or you didn't work in the quantity surveying. If you completed the tasks of the quantity surveying, don't insert a bill of quantity because it's already done there. You will go directly in this step, insert the resources price. But we will explain now in case of you have a ready bill of quantity and you didn't make a task of the quantity survey. When you click for insert a bill of quantity, CMS will direct you for a bill of quantity screen. You will find here CMS divide all the construction activity for these 16 divisions. These 16 divisions, of course, as everyone knows, is as per the CSI master format. The first division is general requirement, second is site work, concrete, masonry, metal, wood, thermal and waterproof, doors and windows, finishes, specialties, equipment, furnishings, special construction, conveyors, mechanical and electrical. That's the main divisions there. So what you will do, you need now to insert your quantities which is valid with you by other parties for each of these elements. For example, let's go for concrete. You'll find here CMS present all the concrete activities related to the building construction, either substructure work or superstructure work. Starting from the foundation, all the substructure, foundation, strap beam, tie beam, neck columns, the plain concrete of it, the reinforced concrete also, neck columns, tie beam, slab on grade, and the underground water tanks or manholes and trenches and whatever. What you will do, you will insert the quantities here in the breakdown of this task. CMS make a breakdown for the concrete work. You need to insert the quantities of the concrete, the quantities of rebar, the quantities of the shutters as per the ready POQ. If you don't have these details in your POQ, in this case you need to go back for the quantity surveying point and start your quantity surveying. Suppose you have only the concrete quantities, but you don't have the rebar from the third party. If you receive the POQ from the consultant, but he didn't give you the rebar or the area of the shutter, which are very important for you to ensure and to make a proper cost estimation. In this case, you have to estimate the amount of the rebar by the analog method or parametric method, or to go and calculate it accurately also by CMS in the quantity surveying. You need to go for quantity surveying and start make a quantity surveying as we explained before. In this case, CMS will give you the exact quantity of the rebar. You just need to review the videos which explain how to make a quantity surveying and get all the rebar directly and accurately from CMS. So let's continue. When you are inserting the data to CMS POQ from your POQ, ensure that not to change any title in CMS. You can change the description as you need, but keep it for the same activity. And for example, if you are talking about concrete for tie beam, you can change the description as you like. CMS will ask you for a password. The password is ready here, CMS in capital letter. Okay, you can do changes as you like, but keep these quantities for tie beam. You can add the type of concrete, or you can change the description of the activity, but keep it for tie beam. Don't change the description or the purpose for this task. Tie beam, you have to keep it as a tie beam. Slab on grade, you have to keep as a slab on grade. Okay, CMS have all the structure elements. You don't need to add anything. You will just insert the elements. The elements which you have, you will insert it. Elements you don't have, of course, don't insert. You will find, as I told, the main activities and its breakdown. You will insert only in the breakdown. Don't insert in the main activity. And for example, here the columns and wall, as a general, it has a breakdown. Concrete for columns and wall. Also rebar for columns and wall. Shutters, you have the shutters for columns and wall. So in this case, you will insert in the breakdown. You insert the quantities which you have in the breakdown. Okay, and if you don't have such quantities, you need to make the calculation by using CMS quantity surveying. By the way, as a contractor, even if you have the quantities from the consultant, you have to ensure it and you have to check it. So this to avoid any risk of any mistakes. Then you will go through the bill of quantity and insert the items as mentioned there. Other points, for example, in the mechanical and electrical, you will find here CMS direct you how to insert the sanitary ware. Maybe you don't need to insert here directly. You need to click here and it will show how to insert it here in this screens, and you will start make the quantity surveying and cost estimation for the MEP work as we explained in our previous videos. Just check it in the previous videos. After inserting the bill of quantity, we'll go again for cost estimation and go for the next step. As we said, by using CMS from starting quantity surveying, you don't need to go for this step. But if you have a ready POQ and you don't need to go for the quantity surveying and you need just to insert the bill of quantity which you have, you will go for the insert bill of quantity. Then we'll go for the next step, which is insert the resource prices.
Let's click in cost estimation. CMS directed us for the page of the cost estimation, which is divided for these steps. Step 1 will insert all the resources prices. Then we'll go to check our activities cost breakdown and we'll do the required modification if it's required. Then we'll insert our lump sum and subcontracts work, and we'll check our overhead and profit for the project. And at the end, CMS will give us the full priced bill of quantity, as we'll see later. So let's start now with inserting our resources price. let's click in the resources price as a step 1. CMS is directing us for the cost estimation resources prices. We'll find here the page is divided for some items. The first item is the raw materials, which is related to the reinforcement, the concrete, the bricks, the cement and mortars, the aggregates, some of the major building materials, and the equipment. Our duty now is to insert all the prices for these raw materials, and we'll see how. Second category is the finishing materials, which is the prime cost or the purchasing price for the floorings as a tiles or marble, for skirtings, walls, waterproofing, metals, ceiling, partitions, the external works, the material for the external works, the timber works, and the landscape. Third category is the wages of the manpower, and we'll see now how to insert all the prices for these resources. Meanwhile, we'll insert the project currency. Whatever you will insert it here, CMS will calculate all the costs and the prices according to this currency only. So let's start. We'll go for reinforcement. We'll insert the prices for the steel and its margin. We'll consider here the common margin which can be used according to the site condition. 3%, 4%, 5%, according to your site condition or according to your policy. And the price for the post tension if you have a post tension in your project, so you consider here the post tension price per square meter. That's it. The user diameter is already inserted before in the quantity surveyor, so you will not change here. You will change only the price if you need to change, or you will modify only the price if you require according to the price in your location. Back for resources price, we'll go for the second one for the concrete. Here we'll find the major items of the concrete for the blinding concrete, the concrete for foundation, the concrete for tie beam, concrete for slab on grade, concrete for columns, concrete for walls, concrete for slabs and beam, and the screed, and the price for the concrete admixtures. You can add here the types of the concrete, either it's C15, C20, C30, C40, C60, whatever if you need. But the most important to put the price here per cubic meter. We'll put the price for each kind of concrete per cubic meters. Also, that's it. Back to resources price. We'll go for the bricks. You remember the same types you already inserted before for the block work or block types. You will find it here the same. All the block types you will find it according to your inserted one. What you will do, you will insert now the price for the blocks per number. What's the price of one piece of block? You'll consider here the block work for the masonry work and the Hordy blocks which are required for the Hordy slabs or ribbed slabs, plus the accessories of the blocks as we mentioned before in our quantity surveying for the block works. Ceiling tie, wall tie, GI mesh, and the opening lintels with linear meter. Either these lintels will be steel or a concrete. You can put the price here with the linear meters only. That's it also for the bricks or for masonry or block work. Back for resources price. Then you'll go for the cement and mortars. You'll insert also the prices for all kind of cement which you are using and the mortars which you are using in the project. You will add here according to these units. For OPC cement per bag, the bag is 50 kilogram, so you will put here the price per bag. The SRC cement, you will put also the price per bag. Block mortar, you will add here per ton. You will mention here for this block mortar, you will mention for the water mix ratio for mortar. We're considering here we need 50 gallon per ton. This according to the data sheet which is attached with the block mortar. You will just read the data sheet and know how many gallons of water are required for 1 ton of block mortar. The same also for plaster mortar. We will put the price here per ton. Chemical plaster, also put the price per ton. Barium plaster, if you are using barium plaster, you will add it here also per ton. The tiles mortar, which is the tile glue, you will add here also per ton. It's using for adhesing the tiles on the walls. if you are using plaster wall, you can add it here also per ton. The grouting material you will add here also per 20 kilogram, this according to the packet. The gypsum also will add here per one packet or one bag, which is 50 kilogram. So you will add here only the raw material price. Again, for resources price, we'll go for the aggregate. That's the common aggregate which you are using in the construction work. The black sand, which is the aggregate below the tiles or as a rush material below the plaster, and also with the cement mix in the block work. The wash sand for the plastering work and mortar of tiles. The gravel, which is used for concreting work, and the red sand for backfilling, and the road base for backfilling below the BCC and the slab on grade. You will add the prices here according to these units. This unit not to be changed. So you consider here the price per ton for black sand, the price also per ton for wash sand, price per ton for the gravel, and the price for one truck which is 16 cubic meters. You will put the price here. Also for road base you will put the price for one small truck which is 16 cubic meters. This unit shall be fixed because CMS used this unit in his cost estimation calculation. So you will change the price or you will modify the price according to this unit. By other meaning, if you have the price for 50 cubic meters, you will get from it the price of the 16 cubic meters. Back for the resources prices, we'll go for buildings materials, which are the common buildings materials used in the construction. Of course, it is not all building materials, but they are the common which are using there. So here is the price for the timber. This wood is 1 inch by 4 inch, using in some decorative work. This timber, which shall be used as a supporting for the shutters, like H-beam or 3x3 or 4x4, whatever. We'll put the prices here per linear meter. Here is the plywood, the 18 milli plywood for the horizontal and vertical concreting element. We'll put the price here per number. Here you'll put the price of the scaffolding rent per week. How much you will pay for each square meter per week for the scaffolding. The same you will put also for each number of the back props or the jacks, which can be used also as a supporting or back propping for the slab after removing the main scaffolding or the main shutter. You will put here also the price per nose renting in 1 week. Here you will add also the numbers of back propping slabs or back propping floors after removing the shutters. You will back prop how many slabs, one slab or one or two slabs or three slabs. This according to your back propping design. You can consider here now the 2 floors as by default and can be changed later during your execution. But if you consider 2 floors, it will be more than enough during your cost estimation before you're starting your execution. Here you will insert also the external scaffolding for finishing, the rental cost for the external scaffolding, how much per square meter. Here you will add the anti-termite cost. This is the chemical we are spraying below the PCC and slab on grade before casting to avoid the insects and the ants which may damage our timber work. This according to the specification. Here is the water price for each 1000 gallon. Here is the polythene price for 1000 kg. If you need to make it for 1500 or 2000, whatever, according to your specification, you will add the price here. Normally when we are completing our flooring, tiles or marble or whatever, we need to protect it from any damage during our construction. So we have a cost for this. So we will just give the cost of this protection. Either you will put some gypsum or you'll put some carton or nylon and gypsum, whatever. According to this cost, you can add it by square meter. This is some of the building materials which we are using in the construction. For the equipment, we'll find here the common equipments are using the earthwork, which are shovel, excavator, compactor, and trucks for removing the waste or disposals. What you will do, you will insert here the price for rent this per day, shovel how much per day, excavator how much per day, compactor how much per day, and for the trucks how much per trip. This trip is considering here as 16 cubic meters. plus you will provide also the productivity for each type of the shovel according to your soil type. These productivity are the common. You can also use initially in your cost estimation, but if you have another productivity according to your soil condition, you can add it direct. That's the required from your side for the equipment data. Back to resource prices. Now we'll finish all the price for the raw materials. We'll start now put the pricing for the finishing materials. If we go for floors, we'll find here all the finishing materials we already inserted before in the quantity surveying works. What we'll do now, we'll put here the prices for this material, the purchasing price. How much for purchase the tile? For this porcelain we'll pay 50. Here we are considering 50 dirham per square meters. So according to our purchasing price or the prime cost for these materials per square meter, you will add it here for each material separately. For the marble it will be different price. Here is for the fine flooring, carpets, epoxy paints, whatever. All the materials we inserted in the quantity surveying, you will find it here. What you will do, you will put only the prices for the purchasing. Back to resources price. You will do the same for all other finishing materials. Skirting, you will find here also all the skirting you already inserted in the quantity surveying. You will only add now the price for linear meters. Back for resources price. The same for the walls. All the materials we already inserted here for the tiles, which is ceramic and porcelain. Here is for the marble and granite. You will put the prices. All these descriptions already inserted before, you will not insert again. For soft finishing, you will add the prices here. Ceiling are the same. You will put here is the same descriptions. You will add only the prices per square meters. Partitions also the same. Whatever partitions you inserted in the quantity surveying, they are here. You will insert only the prices. For external work also the same. Whatever we inserted for materials, you will only add the prices per square meters. For waterproofing, the CMS directed us for a page of cost breakdown. You will find here all the types which we already inserted before in the waterproofing, in the quantity surveying, and all the quantities mentioned there. What you will do, you will add the cost per meter here for each type of waterproofing. Back to cost estimation, resources, you'll go for timber. When you click the timber, CMS will direct you also in the same page of cost breakdown. You will find here the timber works. All the types of the timber work are there. You will add here the price for each type of timber, door or window or whatever, as you already inserted. All the codes you was inserted, you will find it here. What you will do, you will add only the cost of each type. Back to cost estimation, resource price. We'll go for the metal. You will find here the metal is starting by aluminium work. The types are there. Normally in the aluminium, most of subcontractors are calculated by square meters. For all the aluminium works, they are calculating the area per square meter and multiply this area in the cost or price of the square meter. So you will insert here the cost or the price of 1 meter to give you the full price for all the aluminium work. If you change this number with another number, all will be changed. At the end, you will have the price for your aluminium work. That's the cost of your aluminium work. Another metal you have are the handrails. You will find also all the description of the handrails you already inserted. You will give the price here per the running meter. The price, this price per running meter, because you already inserted the length before in the quantity surveying, as we did before. Here also we'll find the cabinet. That's the type of the cabinet which you inserted before. You will insert also the price per running meters or square meters according to your data before, because all the quantities are already inserted before, so you insert now only the price. Back for cost estimation, resources price. Balance now is the landscape. When you click here, CMS will direct you in for external work and landscape, which are the external ground area. Whatever you will have there in the external ground area, you already have the descriptions and the quantities as we did in the quantity surveying. What you will do, you will put the price for each, either per square meter or running meter, according to your materials. That's it. That's how to insert all the raw materials and finishing materials prices for CMS. How CMS will give you the full budget of the project, we will see this in next video. See you and thank you very much.